Hello everyone, Juicebags here, and welcome back to a little Minecraft Tekkit for 1.5.1. I decided to come up and check out the moon base. This is where we left off, and would you look at the party they're throwing at my house? Good lord, it was perfect timing to throw the power armor in, because it was needed to get myself out of this little mess. But we have got mobs absolutely everywhere. There's creepers, there's zombies, there's spiders. They're just throwing quite the shindig over here at the moon base. So I'm going to have to do a pretty substantial amount of cleanup here to try to get rid of these guys. However, this episode really wanted to take a deeper look into the power armor and also get my ME network started, which that requires a little bit of work. Luckily I have tons of materials. The ME network is very dependent on quartz, and quartz is one thing that we really haven't been using, so I have just a ton of it. Look at the zombies trying to low gravity up here to me. So anyway, I'm going to get these guys cleared out a little bit, and we will join back down below in an area that's not quite so infested. Good lord, they are everywhere. The undead, the zero gravity undead. We got creepers. A creeper met me right at my rocket as I landed. So going to be a little work to get that area cleared up where I can get back over there and launch. But let's go ahead and hop on forward until I get this area cleared and we're back down below in the land of the living. Alright, so we have landed safely back in the overworld, right outside of the Juiceville space program there, and want to take a minute and go through the power suit a little bit. It's pretty awesome. As I showed in the last episode, I got this little blade thrower, which is pretty bamf. But the only downside about it is I have accidentally killed some of my kitties. Of course, you want to right-click them to get them to sit, and also when you right-click, you're tossing blades. So you have to be very careful around your feline friends there, and make sure that you're not chopping their heads off with any blades. Anyway, go through the power suit real quickly, but before I get started on that, I want to take a look at the quarry. And then also, I forgot to mention while I was up top, you saw those oxygen bubble dispensers or distributors everywhere. That is because the oxygen sealers are currently broken in 1.5.1. I know they have been fixed in 1.5.2 if you have manually added Galacticraft to your Minecraft mods, but in 1.5.1 the oxygen sealers are not working, which is quite the bummer because I really wanted to build a real nice moon base up there, but without the oxygen sealers you have to have those bubbles everywhere, and that kind of sucks. So anyway, let's take a look at a couple of benefits of the flight suit. First off, as everyone knows from last episode, I do have flight control in. That was my main reason for getting the suit, really, and didn't really realize about all the other added benefits. Now, I do have it tuned in a little bit better. It's in much nicer shape. As you see, I can, pretty much jump around wherever I want. I'm not overloading on heat like I was when I first got the suit together. I do have some heat generating, but I'm getting rid of it very quickly, and I'll go through what I did there. But first things first, I want to go in and check out where a quarry is sitting. Let's see, still nothing there. Nothing there. Alright, so we got some silver starting to flow in, so that's nice. Got getting quite the build of copper ingots, and then also tin ingots. We've got a lot of that coming in now. And then some lead is also flowing in. So we're getting a little bit more of a variety. Our iron is coming in force, of course. So we got that. I'm going to end up having to pull some of this out here pretty soon, but I will have my ME network in place before that chest fills up. So I'm going to integrate everything directly into the ME network, which is going to be just awesome storage. So let's go look at our Tinker table, and I'll show you what I did with my power suit here. Now, first off, once you get your power suit together, I know power suits have been around for quite some time, so I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail with it. It's nothing new. It's been around, I don't even know how long, quite a while. But here's my Tinker table and basically what I've done with the power suit. Now, when adding all of the different modifications to your power suit, you want to make sure that your total weight with all your pieces together stays under 25 kilograms. The reason being is after 25, you start taking a pretty big impact on slowing. So you head on over to your Tinker table here. Take a look at the helmet first. I've added in the energy shield, a heatsink. Now, when you are putting this stuff in, if you look down here below, it's going to show you what you need to be able to install that mod. So, like for the energy shield, you're going to need 2 force field emitters. For the heatsink, you're going to need 1 basic plating. So I've got energy shield, a heatsink. I went with the Elite battery. However, I do have the battery size at a minimum to reduce some of the weight. As you see, as you raise the battery side, your weight goes up quite a bit. And of course, we want to stay at the 25, below 25 kilograms. On environment, I didn't really do anything with. The airtight seal is nice, but we've already got the slot that isn't used and isn't wasting any space for our helmet with the Buildcraft mod, so I didn't bother putting that one in. Auto feeder, I kind of like to eat, so I didn't put that in as well. And then the water electrolyzer. That would be handy if you're spending a lot of time in the water. However, I'm not really spending any time in the water, so I'm not overly concerned with that. Vision, you can throw some binoculars in. They got a little dig on Optifine in there. And then special on the helmet is the flight control, which is crucial to anyone's power suit. Of course, if you have the power suit, you're going to want to fly. So put the flight control in. It makes life a lot easier. Then there's also night vision. Now, I didn't put this in, but I probably will. But night vision is going to allow you to see in the dark and then also see underwater. And then down here for cosmetic, you can change the look of your suit, which I'm just going with the stock suit for the meantime. And let's take a look at our chest. Now, the chest, I put the energy shield and a heat sink in as well. I went with the Elite battery, but I've got it turned all the way down. And then also a thermal generator. So as I do heat up, the thermal generator is going to convert some of that heat to power for me. Now under movement, I went on and put the jetpack in. It goes kind of hand in hand with flight control. And then I also threw in a glider just for giggles. Once again, with those, like to put the glider in, you're going to need 2 glider wings. To put the jetpack in, you're going to need 4 ion thrusters. We've also got a magnet, active camouflage. I didn't go with either of them. Under environment, you have cooling system. Now, this was a big part of my problem. I did put the cooling system in, but I didn't have it cranked up. So now I've got the cooling system in. I've got it at max power, and it really helps keep the suit cool so I don't have those overheating issues like I was having. And then once again, cosmetics again. Now on the legs, energy shield and heat sink. I put the heat sink on everything I could and the energy shield on everything I could. The energy shield is the most efficient shielding for its weight. Now I've got the field strength cranked all the way up on them. And for energy here, I went with the Elite battery again. Got it cranked all the way down. And then a kinetic generator. So as you move, whenever you run, you're also generating power. I didn't put any of the movements on. There are some cool ones on. We've got sprint assist, jump assist, swim boost, and uphill step assist, which, those are all nice little add-ons for it. However, the flight control is kind of handling all that. even the sprint. If you have flight control on and you're on the ground, you run really fast. And then our boots. Now, one important thing about the power suit is it shares all of the energy. So it doesn't matter where you have the big battery. It's all sharing the energy between all the pieces. So we'll go over the battery here in a moment there, but I did the same thing. Energy shield and heatsink. On movement, I've got the jet boots and then a shock absorber. One of the things you'll notice with the power suit is as you jump around, when you land, you're going to take damage. The shock absorber took care of that and eliminated that damage. I've got that turned up all the way as well. And then the jet boot thrust I actually have turned way down. It's you get a ridiculous amount of thrust out of them. For the chest, jet pack, I've got it up pretty high. But the jet boots, I got it turned way down. I believe it's actually overkill, and you don't need to have the jet boots and the jet pack. But I've got them both on there anyway. And then the power gauntlet. Now, I added all the tools to the power gauntlet. Axes, a pickaxe, a shovel, shears, the leaf blower. Now, I didn't put the prototype Omni wrench on there, and the reason being is I just like to have it separate. I don't know why, I just want to have it separate. I don't want to have it on the power gauntlet with the rest of the tools. Then, of course, I got the blade launcher in there, which is kind of cool. There's also the railgun, the plasma cannon, and then melee assist. I've got that added as well. Energy there, I went with an elite battery turned all the way down. And then I did add the diamond drill upgrade to the pickaxe, and that allows you to mine obsidian. I had a bunch of diamonds, so I just threw it on there, although I'm not really having to mine any obsidian. The quarry is taking care of it for me. If I ever decide to, it's going to be right there. Now, they do have this Aqua Affinity, which is reduces the speed penalty for using your tool underwater. Now, I read on the forums they plan on adding in another special that is going to reduces the speed penalty for mining while flying, which will be awesome. And then we've got an in-place assembler, and then a torch placer, which that would have been probably convenient to add too. I'll probably end up adding it at some point, but I'm not going to right now. Auto place torches. That's pretty awesome. Now let's get back to the boots. You see the boots are 10 kilograms. And the reason they're so heavy is because I've got my battery size cranked all the way up on this one. The boots, I guess, is where the power drain begins. So although they're all linked, the power will start coming off the boots first. So I've got the boots with the largest battery size, and then all the other pieces having a very small battery in the mix. Now, when you look at my total weight, let's start up top. We're 2.2 plus 3.5, so let's just say that's 5.8. We'll round up. Another 4, so that'll make it 9.8. Another 10.2, so that's going to bring us up to 21. And then 2 more for the power gauntlet will bring us to a 23. So we're 2 kilograms below the 25 kilogram goal, and that allows us to have plenty of power, a lot of fun tools, and some accessories. So we're definitely under the limit. Now, of course, your power armor is going to require power, hence the name power armor. So I showed this in the last episode, but I didn't really go into detail. And that is the energetic infuser. We threw that down there, and that is where we're going to charge up our stuff. Now, things charge very slow, and it requires a ton of juice. So you see my power boots are in pretty good shape now. They're not full, but they're way up there. But I'm going to go ahead and throw them in there and let you see. Now, the energetic infuser is going to store 40,000 MJs. But that is actually going to disappear really, really quickly as it charges. So now I've got it fed from that redstone energy shell. I've got the output cranked all the way to maximum, and then an energy tesseract feeding into that cell. So it will drain this redstone energy cell just in minutes, really. You see the energetic infuser is hard at work. And you see the power for our boots is going up. It's going up very, very slowly. 3.71, 3.72, and so on and so on. So let me go ahead and grab my boots back, since our power is in pretty good shape. Now let's go ahead and get into the ME network. Now you see we got just a mess up here. This is where I moved all of my storage while I was replacing the floor in here. You see we've got a lovely flooring in place now, and got some stairs in the mix. Back end headed up. I still have a lot of remodeling work to do, but I'm at a point now where I've got this mess of all these chests here, and I really need to get my ME network started. We're going to start off with the storage portion of it, which is ridiculously awesome. So we're going to need an Emmy Controller and then an ME chest. Now most of this stuff is pretty easy to make. This mod, the Applied Mod, uses a lot of quartz, which a lot of the other mods don't. So we have a ton of quartz all built up, ready to go. So we're going to start off here with an ME Controller and an ME chest. Now the controller is pretty easy to make. Most of this stuff is real easy to come by. You got iron ingots, you got some fluix crystals. You can make those by 1 Certus quartz, 1 nether quartz, and 1 redstone. And here's where things get tricky, and that is the ME Advanced Processor. The processor itself is pretty basic, 1 silicon, 1 fluix dust. However, it requires this Redstone Diamond Chipset. Now, once again, the Redstone Diamond Chipset is very easy to make, 1 redstone and 1 diamond. However, we require an assembly table, which is from Buildcraft, and that's how we're going to put these chipsets together. Not just this chipset, but quite a few of the items that are required. You see our ME chest, we're going to need a conversion matrix. Whoops. Which the conversion matrix is going to be 4 iron ingots, nether quartz, Certus quartz, 2 fluix dust, and an ME basic processor in the middle. Once again, that basic processor, this one requires a redstone golden chipset, which is going to be 1 redstone and 1 gold, and the assembly table. Now, what makes the assembly table kind of a pain in the rear is it takes forever to put things together. Altogether, it's pretty cool looking. I'm going to have a nice little assembly area somewhere once I get the full floor cleared of chests and clutter here. But for now, I'm going to throw in just a basic assembly table right here. Now, the assembly table itself is pretty basic. All it's really going to require... Well, let's see. I can't remember how I made that. See, it's 6 obsidian, 1 redstone, 1 diamond, and 1 diamond gear. So very easy to make. However, it requires lasers to power it. Now, any laser that is within 4 blocks of the assembly table is going to be able to power that. So we're going to go ahead and throw lasers just right down like that. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and move the assembly table out 1 just so you can see the lasers in action more. Now, the more lasers you have, the faster the table will work. You see the lasers are all powered. They do require quite a bit of power. I've got them plugged on. That's a direct line coming from our generator, so power is not going to be an issue. And then let's see that assembly table in action. So, of course, one of the main components was that Redstone Diamond chipset. Now, once you put the materials in here, it's going to show you the different things that you're capable of making. You can just click on that item, and you see it's highlighted in red now, and that means that it's being crafted. Now, take a step back. We see our lasers are getting after it. As I said, the more lasers you have, the faster this process is. but you see how slow it is. It is crafting it very, very, very slowly. Now, when it gets done crafting it, it is going to dump that chipset out on the floor here. So you can either just allow it to do that and go pick it up off the floor, or you can put a chest or some transport pipes, and they will pick that chipset up. You see, it is a very, very slow process. Now, you can also queue up different things. Say we needed a redstone chipset as well. I can highlight that one. Now you see it is selected, but it's not lit up, and it's kind of in queue, waiting to be made. So let's go ahead and let that assembly table get done here. You see, with 5 lasers, even one laser, that would be just ungodly slow. With 5 lasers, it's still moving at a snail's pace. So it may even be ideal to put in a situation where you have 10 lasers going even, and that will double the speed that it's going right now. But those lasers are hard at work, so we'll leave them alone. Let them be. I definitely want to be here though when that piece pops out, so I can show you guys exactly what it does. So let's go ahead and jump on forward just a touch. Oh, there's an Enderman up there trying to steal my oranges, huh? What are you thinking? Let's see if I can shoot him through the glass. Oh. And he teleported away to safety. Smart Enderman. It's funny, there was a zombie up there earlier. I wish I had it recorded because it was hilarious. He actually had an orange in hand. So he came up there and actually picked up an orange. So that was good stuff. Let's check our progress here. We're what, like 60-70% in now? So we're getting there. But of course, after I get all these chests up off the floor, we will be moving this assembly table for certain. Now, what else did I need here to make that? To start off with our ME Controller, so I needed I've got all the other stuff. The advanced processor, yeah, I've got everything to make all that stuff. So we're good. I've got all the mats to make my ME Controller. This is going to be really a 2-part episode, as the ME networks are fairly complex, but they're super, super cool. So we're going to go ahead and leave this one off here, just with the assembly table. That is step number 1 in creating your ME network, is get your lasers and your assembly table down. And we're just about there. You see how slow that process was just for one chip. Alright, so there's our chip. We've got the old Redstone Diamond chipset. And then now, if you go back and look, well, wow, it's actually creating another one. That's awesome. So you can queue up multiple things to be made. We'll go ahead and switch over. See, the Redstone chipset is much, much faster. Just when you get the other goodies in the mix. So I'll go ahead and turn that off. You see our laser shut off here. And that is the Buildcraft Assembly Table in action, getting ready to put together our ME network. But thank you for watching. Click that like button, please subscribe, and there will be more Minecraft Tekkit for 1.5.1 coming very quickly. Thanks again.